If I was Otti'S son, I would be ashamed of my father. I'll be very ashamed of my father. You know, that tells you that all these politicians and their children are the same. Governor Otti'S son was rejoicing that his father were commissioning townships, re-asphalting of township streets. This tells you that all these people and their children are one. This boy knows that where he lives in America, that boy, and maybe probably the sister, they know that where they live in America, that the mayor of a city cannot commission, that even a mayor cannot hold ceremonies to mock the people, to commission the re-asphalting of township streets. Now let me touch on this. I've just been preparing a report of how much Aba South local government has received from the federal government in LGA allocations. Aba South local government has received almost 15 billion naira from the local government. All the charade that Governor Otti did, all those streets of 6.8 kilometers that he re-asphalted yesterday and held a ceremony to re-asphalt with his children, to commission with his children, should be done by the local governments. Abia is a land of people who have refused to be ignorant, who have accepted to be ignorant. Let me tell you something. Governor Otti'S son, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're an engineer. You joined your father to make mockery of Abians. You joined your dad yesterday to commission the re-asphalting of township streets as a governor. Otti, a former bank MD, holding ceremonies to commission the re-asphalting of streets, township streets. For those that do not know, those streets Otti re-asphalted and held a ceremony for, these are the functions of the local government. Those of you who are asking, why did you not do this during the Ibazo? Go through my wall. You will see the videos when I was asking the same questions that I'm asking Alex Otti today. Let me tell you, let me show you something, as I keep on showing you all the time. This is where I live. You see, this is where I live. This is the kind of thing that the local government council does. See for yourself. This is the kind of thing that the local government council does. Look at the kind of things, streets, that the local government council does, yeah? So this is the kind of environment that the local government council will build. Okay? They will not, this is where I live. This is the environment where I live. This is the kind of thing that the local government council will do. They will not host a ceremony. They will not host a ceremony to commission anything like this. They will not host a ceremony. I've been here for all these years now. I've been lived in the UK now for 17 years. And I must tell you that they will not host a ceremony. Alex Otti'S children should have, I'm ashamed of those children. I'm ashamed of his children. They joined their father yesterday to make mockery of Abians. A governor hosting a ceremony, mocking Abians with his children who live in opulence with public funds. Hosting a ceremony to commission the re-asphalting of LGA Street. Go and look at the roads being done by LGA chairman in Enugu State. I'm telling you that Aba South local government, what Otti did yesterday, should have covered the money Otti spent, all the money Otti spent. Aba South local government alone has got the allocation to do that. I'm going to publish it by the grace of God by tomorrow morning. Aba South has earned allocations of almost 15 billion naira. All those township streets that Otti commissioned yesterday that is re-asphalted are things that the LGA should do. They are not state projects. The only thing that Otti has done, which is a state project, is that Port Harcourt Road. And that road he did at his place, going to his place in Aroshogo, going to Old Bende. It is a shameful thing that people in Abia State will be celebrating, educated people will be celebrating the charade. Governor Otti'S son, my dear brother, I am so ashamed of you. I am so ashamed of you. You studied in the United States. You live in the United States. You joined your father for that show of shame. Do you know something? Otti called his children. Otti called exactly what he's doing. You see what he's doing now? When Ibazu was commissioning mail vatting, the day Ibazu commissioned mail vatting and Osusu Road and other roads, Otti wrote in this day newspaper that he said that Ibazu held a road show. A road show. This was what Otti called exactly what he's doing. Governor Otti continues to prey on the naivety of Abians. And if it is true that he collected over 40 billion, hi, I'm sure some of these things, later these people are what they do to people. I begin to wonder, is there God really? You know, sometimes I go to church, sometimes I don't want to go. Because I begin to question this. When is God going to pay people like Otti for all the things they've done? When is God going to pay people like Otti? When is God going to pay? How can this man be this mindless? I'm asking you for you to be praising Otti for the asphalting LGA streets. The question I'm asking you, I keep on asking you this question. What about the 15 billion naira the LGA, Aba South alone has earned? One Uchenna, what's your name? Uchenna, well, the one that was Uchenna something, Onyizo. One Uchenna Onyizo, you worked in ExxonMobil. He had Ojige Munu, these boys. He had Ojige Munu, all these boys. He had Ojige Munu. Remember, if you did all this nonsense again. I'm about to let's someone more come about you. Remember, at your age, we hear it. Remember, you know that this was the same thing. Honestly, Governor, all this your propaganda. God knows, unless my Chineke, unless my langwa lekwa. Alabadi ni mzo drokule kwa blabandi made ya. How can you Kalobi host a ceremony to host 300 meters of road, 200 meters immediate asphalt? How can you Kalobi? These are LGA projects. Governor, where are the LGA funds? Where are the LGA funds? Governor, I'm asking you, where are the LGA funds? Obula your son, Obula my father, and Dimudi him yesterday. I will not step out. I will criticize my father publicly. I will criticize my father publicly. Anybody in the support Otti, anybody in the support Yangara school, Mwabumbi abroad, Mwabumma in the support here. May your family develop. May your family develop the way Otti is developing Abia State. Open my prayer for you. Openly feeling that Otti is doing well. The only prayer I have for you and your children, but may your family, may your children develop the same way Otti is developing Abia State. Open the only prayer more for you. May your finances, may your future and the future of your family, and the governor Timbo, anything it ilaka. Anything it like, may their future, may their success be like the way you're making Abia successful. That is the prayer I have for you. I'm praying for you people this afternoon. If the way Otti is threatening Abia is the way, and you were supporting what your father did yesterday, may this boy, may you grow, may your success be like the way your father is making Abia successful. I will continue. That is the prayer, Governor Otti. That is the prayer I'm praying for your children today. I'm praying that henceforth, that the fortune that you have brought to Abia, may your children's success be like that. This is the prayer I pray for your children. What you're doing to Abia, may your children's success be like that. That's all I'm praying for them going forward. That is the prayer. I'm not criticizing you. If what you're doing is right, if you may your children be celebrated. May your children be celebrated the way you celebrated those things yesterday. That's all I'm praying for you. That is all I will continue to pray for you. And anybody in this support the criminality being done against Abians, may your success be like the success of those roads. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. If we go local government to get pocket here, This local government, about South alone, has earned about 15 billion. I'm doing the calculations here. Chibuike Joseph, may God treat you and your family the way Otti'S is treating Abia. Can you say amen? I'm resting. Chibuike Joseph, I'm praying for you. May your family, may you, your future, your children grow the same, develop the same way Alex is developing Abia. Can you say amen, Chibuike? Can you say amen? I'm praying for you. If Otti'S is doing well, may your future, may your success be like the success Otti'S is giving to Abia. Anybody in the support Otti'S, the only prayer I pray for you, Mbo, may you Governor Otti'S, may your children, may the success you're bringing to Abia, may your children develop that way. May your children be successful the same way you're developing Abia. That's all I can pray for you. May their career henceforth, since your son joined in this whole charade, in the mockery of Abians, in the mockery of Abia, may your children have the same success that you're bringing to Abia. This is the only prayer I have for you. I'm wishing you well, and I'm wishing your son well. About my son, the well him wish Yambo. May his future develop the way Abia you are developing Abia. May his success just be like the success you're giving to Abia. That is the prayer I have for you. Because this is a charade. Ego LGS, this what you did yesterday is exactly what LGA chairman should be doing in Abia State. That like the past government did not do anything. Ipazu did more roads than Otti'S did at this stage of his government. But that I'm not even talking about past government. I'm talking about a man who will claim up to 40 billion, as I heard, for the asphalting 6.8 meters of road. That is the only prayer. Governor, where are the 15 billion naira? Where is the 15 billion naira Abba South has earned since you became governor? Governor, where is the 15 billion naira that Abba South has earned since you became governor? And I'm just talking about if you calculate all the LGA revenue, all the IGR, you may find out that Abba South has actually made 20 billion. Governor, where are the funds? Because what you did yesterday, the streets you re-asphalted, is what the local government should be doing. Over 800 billion naira, you have nothing to show for it. You spend Abia's money on propaganda, on Lagos newspapers, publishing fake information. 14 roads totaling 6.8 kilometers. And this is what you held a ceremony, knowing that Abia people are hungry and naive. And that is why you have refused to invest in the education sector. You collected 70 billion naira. 70 billion for building public schools. You pocketed this money. You collected how much money? How much do you need to take? How much do you need to take? You didn't even build a toilet. You couldn't build one toilet. You couldn't build a toilet. You pocketed 70 billion. They collect go give you social media. The people are campaigning, are protesting. You collected 40 billion. Each war compensation, you didn't pay nobody. ICT infrastructure over 5 billion. This man, you have collected over 200 billion naira for roads and you didn't build any road. You built nothing. You built 5.9 kilometers Port Harcourt Road. And the township streets, all totaling about 10 kilometers. Over 200 billion you have collected should be building over 350 kilometers of road. Going by what the federal government is using to award roads. But you can't account for all up to 100 kilometers of road. I will continue talking about it. People are learning. People are beginning to challenge you. We started off like this with Ibazo, and I'm sure. Look, let me tell you, Governor Otti'S, let me tell you something. The way God works. The way God works in the mysterious. When I told Ibazo in 2015, I told I'm going to win the election, he won. But where is Ibazo today? What is his reputation? What is his reputation? By the time I finish publishing all the data of all the funds you have collected for projects you didn't do, Abians will know the truth. I used to go on Arise TV, where they stopped me from going to Arise TV. They stopped me from going to Arise TV. I know what happened. I'm not going to talk about that. Abia people are getting the information gradually. by the time they understand that Aba South local government has earned over 20. Let me show you something. Let me show you something on my computer. Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. Distribution of revenue allocation to state governments by federation account for the month of January 2025, shared in February. I'm going to show you how much Aba South got. Watch it. You'll be surprised that Aba South could build all those roads in just 6 months, in 7 months, and pay salaries. Look at Aba South local government. Aba South. Look at total allocation in 1 month. 726 million. 726 million in 1 month. Look at Aba North. 429 million or 430 million in 1 month. Multiply it by 24. Okay, just do it an average of 600 million. Multiply by 24. You see that Aba South alone has earned over 15 billion. Now the question, without all the markets in Aba South, the big question I want to ask you, where are the LGA projects? Before you say they paid salaries, let me show you how much they pay in salaries. Yeah? So Aba South alone. So every month, let me also shock you. Abia LGAs, look at the total amount of money they get in 1 month. 8.32 billion. Multiply by 24. 8.32 by 24. 8.32 by 24. By 24. Almost 200 billion naira. Abia LGAs have earned about 200 billion since Governor came to power. 200 billion naira. Can you show me one LGA project? $200 billion naira. Quote me. Abia LGAs have earned about 200 billion since Governor came to power. Can anybody show me one LGA project? For those of you coming to write, you don't come to my word to write nonsense. I come with data. Abia LGAs have earned over 200 billion. Can you show me one project? Now for Aba South, let me show you something that will shock you. When they tell you they are paying salaries, you will see for yourself, Abia. Okay? The man, but the worst governor after T.A. The worst governor we've had after T.A. The worst we've had after T.A. By the time I do the expository, it's coming in by the time I finish, I'm working on it here. It's coming up gradually. It's coming up gradually. Yeah. By the time I finish the exposition, email to TV stations, email to newspapers, and ask the right questions. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so let me show you Aba South local government. Aba South. I'll show you how much they pay salary in a year. Okay. Abia is a crime scene. Abia State is a crime scene. Abia has been very unlucky with leadership. Quote me. That is why they can't respond to me. They cannot. Abia has been very unlucky. Look at this. So that you say that this is government of Abia State of Nigeria. Report of the Auditor General for local governments on the accounts of Aba South local government. You see who signed it? Government of Abia State. Signed by Amajoyi Batlomi Chidebere, Auditor General for local governments Abia State. Okay? It's signed again by Uswago Kinsley, Treasurer and Chairman. Okay? So you see that is the state government that published it. Now look at salaries. 791 million. Out of 7 point, it's out of about, look at this 791 million. But the salary of the local government, salaries and wages. Okay? Overhead cost, that's about 900 million. Everything comes out to 920 something million. Then transferred to other government entities. This is how the money is stolen. 2.9 billion. But this was in 2023 when he just came to power. But look at this. 791 million is the salary burden of Aba South. Now look at how much Aba South earned in 1 month. Let me show you how much Aba South earned in just 1 month. Aba South local government. 726 million. Okay? Okay? Now, look at this. Okay? Just think about this. But this is the salary burden of Aba South in 1 year. 791.8 million in 1 year. In 1 year. Look at their revenue in 1 month. In 1 month, here is it, 726 million. So which means 1 month salary, 1.5 month salary, we pay the salary. You saw that the salary, that the money that Aba South local government ends in 1 month, plus just 1 or 2 or 3 days in the next month, should be able to pay for the salaries of the local government in the entire year. The question is, what is Governor Otti doing with the remaining funds? So the question we should be asking as Abians is that Abia LGAs have earned about 200 billion naira since Governor Otti came to power. About 200 billion. So where are the LGA revenues? That is the question we should be asking. Abia LGAs have earned about 200 billion. And their salary burden, if I check by the audit report, will not be up to 100 billion, will not be more than 50 billion. The salary burden in 2 years and all the overhead costs will not be up to 50 billion. So the question I'm asking Abians is, where are the other projects Governor Otti writes in the account reports as what the LGAs have done? So the question is, Abia LGAs have earned over 200 billion since Governor Otti came to power. And the big question is, where are these funds? Where are the projects that the LGAs have done? Salaries are less than 50 billion. So where are the LGA? Now let me check how much salaries are in a year so that you can have an idea. I want to go back to work. My break has finished. I'm going to show you. So me, I'm not into a corner. I'm not into a corner. I'm into asking the right questions. And that is what I will do till God calls me home. I've done it this is my 10th year asking for accountability in Abia State. Abusing me, abusing my mother, the same woman who allowed the husband to use his money to finance Otti'S education. No. It's not acceptable to me. So when you may need remorse, let me tell you how much our total salaries in a year. So the big question is, where did Governor Otti spend the LGA funds? So I'm going to show you. Okay. Okay, so look at how the question now, just look at this. Let me shock you. So Abia LGAs earned 46 billion in 2023. 46 billion. Salaries came to 7.7 billion. Overhead costs came to 2.8 billion. Now look at how this money was stolen. 34.7 billion was transferred to other government entities for projects. So by the LGA. So where were the projects done in 2020? So this is how much could be stolen in 1 year. Over 30. But let's even go down and look at the breakdown. 21. You will be shocked. So you will be shocked. I am a crime scene. And that is why they cannot face me. That is why when I call them out, they dare not even try to come and talk to me. They dare not. Or they possible. They run. No 21 now, see. That is it. So these are projects done in local government. No 21. Yeah? Where is it? 34 billion. Where can I find it? No 21. Still they are borrowing. A borrow chasegala de kadi borrow. See, borrowings, yeah? Or they can borrow in 2023 using the local government, which is good. 2022, it was borrowed. What it was used for, I don't know. Okay, let's look at this. No 21. No 21, they didn't put any details of how the repayment of, so this is repayment of debts. Okay. So, but the question is, I'm just trying to find it. I can't find it now because they didn't list it. They didn't list it at all. They didn't list it. The project's aiming now with 34 billion. They didn't list it. Yeah, the details of transfer to other government account, which is for projects layer. So in 2023, in Aba North, 1.4 billion. Aba South, 2.9 billion. So at the end of the day, it came to 34.5 billion of projects done in the local governments that were not done. So I'm going to stop here. My lunch break is over. I need to go back to work. I just want to show you. ID Alpha. I just want to show you. Abia is a crime scene. It's a crime scene. And that is why they cannot face me. It's not possible.